For Sunday here.
To start to play. Don't go anywhere. Rwanda batting fast. See you in 7.
Clinton looking forward to having a very good game here.
Yep, both teams. Rwanda only has one win so far. Germany is still looking for the maiden win. This is the first time they've been in Kwibuka, and they would like to have a win onto their names and maybe something to take home. Day number 4 of the Kwibuka 8th edition women's tournament. Rwanda lost the toss and were put into bat. Taking guard there is Sarah Uwera with Alice, who opened yesterday for Rwanda. And to open the bowling for Team Germany is the impressive Asmita Kohli, who has been on fire in this competition so far and will be looking to give Team Germany a breakthrough. Bob, having seen Team Rwanda so far win 1 game and lose 2, what do you think they need to change to be able to win today?
Clinton, looking to the previous games, they need to up their scoring rate in the power play and avoid losing more wickets. Look to go for more than 120 runs.
Asmita Kohli to begin the match. Flighted delivery is driven straight down there by Sarah and picks up the first boundary. Team Rwanda, Bob, I think the intent is clear. What do you see?
Yeah, Clinton, you can see, as I was saying, they need to up their scoring rate. You can see that's a great start to the innings. Good shot there from Sarah down the ground for a boundary.
Sarah has been accused lately of being a very slow starter, and it looks today like Sarah is here to prove a point. Asmita Kohli comes in again, flighted outside off, played on the back foot by Sarah.
Clinton, as you're saying, Sarah, you can see in this tournament, she's looking more aggressive. She's trying to improve on her strike rate.
There's no game. Yeah, there's no game. Okay, fine.
Good ball there. Trying the batter.
Shot there by Sarah, cut away, pierces the gap, and the ball is racing away. The fielder does well, and they come back for 2. Bob, knowing Sarah, what would you say is her strength?
She likes freeing her arms. She likes cutting. She likes playing down the ground. That was good fielding from the 2 fielders there, running in pairs.
Watchfully played by Sarah, who will be looking to give Team Rwanda a platform with Alice Ikuzwe. Asmita Kohli, though, on the other hand, has been bowling brilliantly for Team Germany as she comes in. Sent back there by Alice to end over number 1. Score is 6 for no loss.
Another thing, Clinton, Rwanda needs a batter, one of the batters in the top order. They need to bat through. We saw yesterday Kevin did it for Uganda. They need one person to be there up to the last over.
At the other end for Team Germany, opening the bowling is Suzanne, who played her first game yesterday and impressed the captain, and has been given another chance here to try and give her a breakthrough. There's a debate that's been going on, Bob, for Team Rwanda with regards to their best player, Giselle Ishimwe, and I would like to know your thoughts. Do you feel your best player in T20 should always come in the power play, or can always come down 5 and play those spinners and rotate strike?
Definitely, Clinton. I think the best player right now for Rwanda, she has 570 runs so far in 16 games. I believe I can send that a person like that to try out and play the power play.
And what of the argument that other people make that she has to bat down the order to be able to play those mid-overs being the best player? Would you say putting her to open the batting would be a risk, or you feel that she's good enough to actually play all the way?
Indeed, Clinton, she's the best batter in the team. She can play anywhere. She can open. She can be the anchor of the team. But on games like this, you have to try her out up the order, and we don't. It's not good to rely on one player, Clinton.
Oh my goodness!
Red ball.
First ball, Suzanne. She gets Alice, who was facing a fast ball as well. Ball too full. She could not get under that ball and is gone. First wicket down here for Team Rwanda, and the score is 6.
Great ball, Clinton. Great delivery there. You could see Alice got stuck in her crease. She didn't move her feet at all.
And as we were talking, Bob, looks like Team Rwanda have decided to make a change. Giselle now comes in at number 3. Do you like this, Bob?
Definitely, Clinton. This is now the chance. This is where she's going to prove. This is like opening. 5 more overs to go in the power play. Let's see what she can do.
Giselle Ishimwe to face up to Suzanne. False start there. Captain Anuradha, who usually is the captain for Team Germany, is out injured. And leading the side today is Jeanette Ronalds, who will be looking to help Germany get over the line and register their first win. And Suzanne runs in. Driven down by Giselle, who steals a single. Will she make it? And she does. She opens up her count with a drive straight to mid-on and brings Sarah on strike to face Suzanne.
As you see, Clinton, Giselle fast ball. She gets off the mark straight away. You can see the aggression there. She doesn't want to stick around there. She needs to keep the scoreboard ticking.
It's good that they decided to give her more balls to play as being the best batter. But again, you feel those other players that were coming in before her, who we feel are not as good as she is in the mid overs, could find it hard. But let's see Suzanne coming in. Full toss driven through the covers by Sarah. Good effort there by the standing captain Jeanette Ronalds to keep it to just 1.
Clinton, as we were saying, this is also another chance to the middle order batters for Rwanda to step up their game now. What a great ball. That's a great delivery there. Straight on the money. Not giving the batters room to free their arms.
Suzanne continues. Cut away in the air there by Giselle, who beats the fielder. The ball is racing away to the boundary. And Giselle picks up her first boundary of the innings. Loud applause and cheers there from the Rwanda dugout. Suzanne good start here so far by Team Rwanda. Cut away. They've lost Alice, but it looks like that will not change the way they have decided to approach this game. They've gone down twice so far and won 1 game, being the hosts. They want to have another win and still be in the running to get this competition. And Giselle Ishimwe will be key for Team Rwanda, facing up to the last delivery of the over. Ball outside off there, too full, but she misses to end over number 2. The score is 13-1.
Clinton, that That's some good batting there. Good cricket all round. Clinton, you know, this T20 format, you can win the game in the power play or win the game in the last 4 overs. I think Rwanda is really looking very sharp to utilize the power play. See if they can get to 40 or 45 runs there.
Now, importantly, they need to know that the bowler on your screen now, Asmita Kohli, has been the pick of the bowlers for Team Germany and not take too many risks against her. If they can play her out, rotate her, and maybe attack the wrist. In comes Kohli. Watchfully played there by Sarah. They must have done their homework and they know who to attack and who to play safe. They know Team Germany may struggle against a score of 100 and above, so they'll look to play all the overs. Flighted delivery there, cut away by Sarah, through the gap again, and the ball is racing away. Another boundary there by Team Rwanda, who seem to be taking the power play on here at the IPRC Oval.
Very good shot there from Sarah. You can see she's respecting the good balls and punishing the bad ones. Patience.
Asmita Kohli making a few changes there after that boundary. She decides to opt for a deep cover and bring in the deep mid-wicket to try and restrict Sarah, who is very good on that cut shot. But that would imply that she'll be sticking with the same line and length. Slightly on the shorter side and outside off. In comes Asmita Kohli. Shot again outside off. Driven up the back foot there by Sarah. Straight to the short cover fielder. Team Rwanda yesterday were heartbroken. They almost beat the defending champions. They were leading the game till that last over where Kenya needed 10. As we see Kohli coming in. And this time it's down the leg and given wide. Team Rwanda fought hard. They bowled very well. Kenya started off the chase needing 5-point runs and over, but in the last over they needed 10 runs, but somehow got over the line. And Team Rwanda today will be trying to redeem themselves. Full and outside off again and driven powerfully there by Sarah. They will not stop that ball. Another boundary by Sarah, who is now striking well over 100. Is she answering the critics who have been saying her strike rate is way too low for an opening batter? What do you think, Bob?
This is very good, Clinton. This is very good from Sarah. As you were saying about yesterday's game, that makes it that's the beauty of this game, Clinton. Losing like that and coming back straight away on the money. You can see they have the intent. They know they need to win this one, Clinton. That's a misfield. Good call from Giselle. And they managed to steal a single there.
Now, keep your eyes on Giselle Ishima's running. She's very fit, but sometimes too fit for her teammates as well. But this time they make it safely. And she has to face up now for the first time to Asmita Kohli, who comes in. Ball's full. Driven in the air. Chance there missed by Asmita Kohli. Will they come back for 2? They decide not to. That was a drop chance. The best batter of Team Rwanda dropped by the best bowler of Team Germany. 3 of us down. The score is 23 for 1. I think Cricket Info doesn't cover this game, so I'm trying to find it, but I can't.
Good start there, Clinton, by the Rwandan team. You can see the projected score has climbed to 160 now.
160 would be a very good total for Team Rwanda. So far, no team has scored 160, and in comes Suzanne for a second over. Driven through the covers there by Giselle. The ball is racing away, but there is protection in the deep, and they pick up a single. at the Gahanga Oval. Tanzania is taking on Kenya. Both teams undefeated so far. Tanzania batting first and in 2 overs already have 20, moving at 10 runs and over. As we see Suzanne coming in here, bowling to Sarah. She's walked away on the on. And as I mentioned, Giselle is one of the fittest female players you'll ever see in world cricket. Watch out for how she runs and the fitness all the way. She doesn't show any signs of fatigue. Suzanne, full, driven again there, straight to the fielder who does well.
Good fielding there in covers Clinton. You can see the captain has put a fielder deep there, extra cover to protect those cover drives.
Short outside off, cut away there, straight. There is protection. Team Germany, she's trying to come back for 2, but Sarah says no. Bob, Giselle has always been a very good runner, but sometimes I ask myself if she's too good for her teammates.
Indeed, Clinton. You can see she's halfway already, and the partner is like, no way, no chance there.
Zan balls to Sarah, who plays defensively. And Bob, would you believe she is actually 17 years old?
Yeah, Clinton, you can see she's very fit.
17-year-old Giselle. Fit. Suzanne balls to Sarah, who plays defensively. 4 overs down. The score is 27 for the loss of 1 for Team Rwanda.
कितने पैसे चाहिए?
पैसा नहीं इज्जत। मोहल्ले के चिरकुट लौंडे हरा रहे हैं फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स में। आप एक्सपर्ट हो, सिखाओ।
सिखाऊंगा तो जाने दोगे? हाँ।
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का
असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
Bowler Smita Kohli for later on and brings in Sharanya Sadarangani, one of their main batters, to come and try and bowl a few as she starts there to Giselle and is beaten. Wonderful start there by Sharanya. Bob, what do you think will be key for Team Germany to register their first win here, bowling to a team like Rwanda?
Clinton, as you see now, Rwanda is on top. They are getting the gaps well, using the power play well. This is why the captains needs to think who is going to bowl the 8th over. From the 8th over, the middle overs there, they're going to be very key for the Germans.
And what would you reckon is a score not too far for them to feel comfortable enough to chase?
Anything, Clinton, anything below 100 is always good to. It's always good as a batting unit. Anything under 6 and over is very gettable on this ground, Clinton.
Sharanya getting some in-swing there going. This is a new pitch they're playing on. The middle pitch that was used for the first 3 days. They've decided now to move on to the other pitch. Sharanya bowls again, the in-swing there, and Sarah picks it, running hard. Christina Goff there with a wonderful effort, but the batters make it eventually. Christina Goff, Bob, I'm telling you, watch out for her batting. Powerful left-hander. Doesn't mess around.
Yes, Clinton. Christina, she, as you're saying, she has a century, by the way, on her back.
Giselle is beaten there by Sharanya, who seems to be making the ball talk. But importantly, Sarah calls her in and they push through for a single. Sharanya.
I don't mind the idea there from Sharanya to try and bowl full outside off for Sarah, but she did go a little too outside off there and was called wide. She comes in trying to correct. That is the line there. That is what she's trying to do. And good enough. She is not put down by those two wides. She sticks to the plan. 5 overs down. The score is 32 runs for the loss of 1 wicket.
Clinton, this is a very good start from the Rwandans. If they can maintain this partnership here and keep building it slowly by slowly, upping the scoring rate. You can see the projected score has gone down a bit to 128 now.
Yeah, if they were to go at this rate, it would still be well above what you felt would be a score comfortable for Germany to chase. So if I was Team Rwanda, I would not really be worried by the runs. It's the wickets column that has been a problem for them so far in this 8th edition of Kwibuka. But crucially, their best batter today, they've decided Giselle should come in at 3 and see if she can make most use of all the deliveries as she faces up here to Suzanne bowling a 3rd over. Loud appeal there, and the umpire raises the finger. Interesting there. Giselle chose to go for a sweep, a ball which was way too full, and she's gone. Maybe the plan didn't work, Bob, to bring her in the power play.
Clinton, this is the second time now Giselle has been trying to sweep a ball which is very full. This is something she has to think about. It's the early stage of the innings. Keep rotating the strike, hit the ball down. No need of going for those shots at this stage.
Very crucial wicket for Team Germany, getting the best batter. Asmita Kohli had dropped her in her last over, but it doesn't cost them too much as Suzanne bowling her 3rd over picks up the wicket of Giselle. LBW. And now the captain for Rwanda, Diane Bimenyimana, walks out to the middle to face up to Suzanne, who's bowling very well, playing her 2nd game. In comes Suzanne, shot, and is played on the back foot by Diane straight to the short cover. Do you want to see a change of approach by Team Rwanda, Bob, having lost their best batter, or still go for it and play your shots?
I believe, Clinton, at this stage, play your shots, apply your skills, and on the other hand, this is a very good opportunity for Diane. Full toss there, punished. Good shot there from Diane, straight away. And that's a no ball. Clinton, as I was saying, this is another good opportunity for the captain to show her skills. We all know how talented she is. Build a partnership with Sarah.
Now, Bob, this is something I've been keeping an eye on in women's cricket. The free hits, they don't seem to go as they should. Can Diane get this to the boundary?
Short ball
Still
there.
a free hit. Still a free hit. And 5 wides to add on to that extra as well. I want to see if Captain Diane can make use of this free hit and actually hit a boundary or even a maximum.
Clinton, I think this free hit has been very costly to the Germans now.
Free hit. Huge swing there by Captain Diane, but she misses. This is the point I was making, Bob. Somehow, these free hits in the 8th edition of Kwibuka from most of the teams I've seen do not go to the boundary. Maybe it's something for the coaches to consider.
Yeah, indeed, Clinton. This is something they have to work on. It's a free hit. You don't get out unless it's a run out. You have to free your arms. Good running there from Diane. They managed to get 2 runs there.
And surprisingly, the next ball is played comfortably on the on. I don't know, maybe they should not try to swing too hard. Maybe they've trained to play proper shots and maybe just try and play a proper shot off a free hit. because trying to hit a boundary hasn't been working for all the teams so far who have been given the chance of that free hit.
Yes,
Paul?
Clinton. As you're saying, I've noticed like when they're playing these free hits, they intend to close their eyes because most of the free hits have gone for dot balls, as you're saying. And the free hit, remember, it's also a ball. Just hold your base. Played there through to covers by Diane. As I was saying,
I think that's the key, Bob. I think that's the key. Sometimes people just close their eyes and maybe overswing.
Yeah, Clinton. But remember, if you hold your base and watch the ball until the end, you will connect that ball. Because as you saw, she missed the free hit, and the next ball she managed to guide it through square leg for a comfortable 2 runs there.
Umpire there, Onokoye, signaling the end of the power play. Rwanda have managed to get 44 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Not a very bad power play, I must say. But then the wickets fell, and most importantly, the wicket of Giselle, who is the best batter. But they do have other good batters still at the dugout, and Sarah as well, who's been there from the start, looking good. And Sharanya to bowl her second over. That in swing, Bob. Dangerous ball is Sharanya.
Very good ball there, and very well played by Sarah there. Clinton, as we were saying earlier about Giselle running hard, that would have been a very good single from her, but the captain just said no.
Ball in the air, and they scamper through for a single to get Captain Diane to face Sharanya for the first time.
Looking at the previous games, Clinton, Sarah has really worked hard on the offside now. She's playing good shots there on the offside, freeing her arms, which is something she never used to do before.
Elegantly played there by Diane, but straight to the fielder. She has some love, but sometimes the power lacks. Good shot there again. Cut away powerfully. There is protection. Will they come back for 2? Bob just mentioned if Giselle was there, that would have been a 2. I can tell you, she runs so hard. But of course, sometimes the partners are the victims. They don't seem to catch up to her pace. 17 years, but quick.
Yes, Clinton, if these two can't run very hard. Well played there by Sarah. They need to get the boundaries now. If they can't run hard as Giselle, they need to pierce those gaps and get to the boundaries.
Sharanya. Still some movement for Sharanya Sadarangani in the 7th over.
अब सीख तो गए, अब तो जाने दो मुझे।
ठहर जाइए, कोई प्रॉब्लम वॉब्लम हो गई तो कहाँ ढूंढेंगे आपको?
फैंटेसी अखाड़ा का 24/7 कस्टमर सर्विस है, आपकी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करवा देंगे।
कल जाने देंगे।
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
The other game, Bob, Tanzania versus Kenya. Tanzania is still for no loss, and they have 50 runs in that power play. My goodness. Have the defending champions met a worthy opponent?
Clinton, as you're saying, you spoke about like the defending champions being Kenya, but yesterday Tanzania told us here they think otherwise. The last time they played here, they were the champions, and they told us they're still the champions. You can see they're proving it. Yesterday they beat Uganda comfortably. Now you can see they're on 50 in the power play for no loss. That looks like a very big score there up there at Gahanga, Clinton.
Interestingly, we'll keep an eye out on that game and keep you updated Antonia is the new bowler for Germany. Bowling to Dian, who walks it away on the on. Good fielding there. Makes sure they don't scamper through for a single. Now for Team Germany, picking up 2 wickets, but going for 47 runs in 7 overs, you'd say it's not a bad effort, but this is the time now they need to squeeze Rwanda. Rwanda got some boundaries there in the power play due to the field restrictions. Antonia balls. They don't want to be bowling extras. This is the time where you just need to bowl stump to stump. These 2 batters are who are those kind of batters who don't like to take too much risk. If you bowl a good ball, either Dian or Sarah will respect it. So try and bowl stump to stump. Antonia driven powerfully there through the covers. Will they come back for 2? Good running there by Captain Dian and Sarah.
A bit of fumble there in the deep, Clinton. They managed to squeeze in another single there.
You can see the new pitch there on your screen that is being used after we saw that pitch in the middle play well for 3 days. But now it's a new fresh pitch and the bowlers will be getting something as we see Antonia. How does these guys not run?
That is what I say when you don't try. This is what I say. I'm glad you see.
I think it's this part here. This part here. Yes.
What is the single?
These 2.
Morning, Martin. As we are in the 7th over running, Martin, what do you think on the game so far?
Mr. Martin Suji, the legend of Kenyan cricket, World Cup semi-finalist. I keep saying that. I'm not sure in my lifetime I'll ever see a World Cup or even play a semi-final. Joining us here, Antonia balls to Dian, another wide. Has been watching closely how these teams have been going so far. What do you make of the score so far for Team Rwanda? Mr. Martin Suji, good morning.
Good morning there, Clinton. Good morning, everyone who is watching today. It's another day of fine cricket. Yes, good teams are playing. Very good cricket out here in Kigali, Kichuchiro, yes, Rwanda, whereby the Germans are playing the hosts, it's Rwanda. And currently the score is 51-2. Rwanda having lost Alice early on. And yes, the bad batter is yesterday, Giselle Ishimwe. Yes,
I noticed, Martin, you're not impressed by the 2 batters in the middle, the intent they're showing in trying to run those quick singles. Would you elaborate on that more? Do you feel they should be slightly more attacking with their running?
Yeah, very true, Clinton. And yes, that's what at the end of the game, the dot ball, column will be heavy. And in T20, something that it is important to avoid is dot balls. So if they can rotate the strike, especially now that they've got a foundation, they really need to give a good base for the other batters to come through. And it is nice to see our youngsters, of course the next generation on the boundary, supporting our girls today.
Over number 9 to be bowled by Sharanya. Nicely driven there by Sarah. Will they come back for 2? Good running there. This is what Martin has been talking about. They need to show some intent with their running and be aggressive.
Yeah, it's important, Clinton, to rotate strike. Yes, yesterday we saw how Tanzania played very well by rotating strike. And even today, if you look at their score, is more about rotating strike. Strike rotation is key. And calling hard is very key. And if they can also use their experience, because Rwanda, with the cricket, they have played. Yes, they should be more experienced than the Germans. Yes, not to take anything away from the Germans.
Sharanya bowling to Dian. Driven there straight to the fielder. Martin, what would you say is Germans' improvement, even though they haven't won, and what could you feel they could capitalize on if they are to get over the line today?
I think if you look at the Germans, it's coming into ball there. Dian tries a cut shot, but it stopped at point. Yes, with a good dive. I think the Germans are playing basic cricket. Yes, bowling straight, trying to defend every single run that comes to them. But what they're doing very well is bowling straight. And if you could see, and the bowlers are trying to use the seam very, very well. Yes, they're using the seam very, very well. You can see the ball diverting. Yes, either coming in, or going out. And they're very patient. They're very, very patient.
Sharanya, driven powerfully there by Dian. There is a fielder, but she couldn't be able to keep that ball to a dot. They pushed through for a single. 9 overs down. The score is 55 for 2. Martin, Germany, Bob had mentioned earlier, won 5 games against Austria. You played under a team that was very dominant in their time. But what happens when you come into a new tournament playing slightly better opposition and you lose 1, 2, 3 games on the trot? What do you feel is the key, having done this in your time when you started playing, winning so many games and starting to play against the best teams and losing when you were used to winning? What do you do then?
I think it's thank you there, Clinton. I think it's important to understand what tournament you're going to play and the caliber of players that you're going to play. Definitely, experience comes with time, and nothing can beat experience. If you say that, yes, we used to dominate as associates, but then now when we stepped up to play, the test status and as the ODI teams, definitely it becomes a little bit difficult because of the experience. And also, if you look at playing, the powerhouse, yes, they came much, much stronger because, yes, that's when also them, they capitalize on their statistics. So, of course, they used to take us or make us feel, where we belong. And really, really, they used to clean us.
Martin, the point there for Team Germany, I take, would be not to lose the morale. They have to understand the loss is a loss, you're saying.
Yeah, very true. And I also just want to say that, Kwibuka has also improved, of course, from time to time. 2016, as I said, yes, we're only playing, it was only a 3 tournament and it was more social, yes, but now it is more competitive and the teams out here are teams with a lot of deco and teams with a lot of pride.
Antonia Boz, another beamer, and is pulled away powerfully by Captain Dian, and the umpire signals no ball. Another free hit. Now, Martin, I had talked with Bob earlier on this issue that we're seeing so far in this tournament, whereby the free hits don't seem to be going to the boundary. What do you think is the problem? Was it what Bob mentioned, being that they try to hit too hard and maybe not maintain their shape? Or you feel it's something that maybe the coaching hasn't really addressed in regards to women's cricket? That power hitting.
I think it's instinct, and if you see, women are very careful, they're very emotional, and I think getting out, sometimes they feel that I think they hold back a little bit, but I think as a coaching unit, it's something that it needs to be addressed and worked on, Clinton.
Let's see, free hit. Pulled away, but there is protection. They pick up a single. Much better this time, you would say.
No, Clinton, I still feel that they're still playing a cricketing shot. While for free hits, yes, as you said yesterday, you got to close your eyes and swing the ball to the bat.
But
swing the bat to the ball, sorry.
You feel that maybe someone like Captain Dian, who is a very good timer of the ball, might not be suitable for that game of trying to hit the ball too hard.
I don't. Yes, Clinton, but I think if she just swings the bat, it might pay off a little bit more. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to also to say that in the German squad, there's Paris, who was Paris. His Wadempol, who left Kenya in 2011 to Germany, and now she's a German national playing for Germany.
Wow. Wow, and actually she is the one that has come in for Captain Anuradha, who has an injury, we are told, as we see Antonia here. Ball to Dian, pulled away again powerfully. This time there is no protection and the ball races away to the boundary and the umpire signals another no ball. Now Martin, do we get to see Dian try and swing those arms?
Yeah, I think it's important for us to send the voodoo down there. So that our gods can speak to her. So that she can also swing this, of course, next ball for a boundary.
Interesting there, Martin. From the replay, it looked like the ball maybe was dropping down and hitting the stumps. Mid harsh there by the umpires, would say.
Yeah, true there, Clinton. Very, very true. Antonia coming into ball. But now this time there's a protection. But again, it is important, as we said, yes, if they run hard, yes, there could be a couple. And that's where, the Rwandan team, they miss the agility and Speedy Gonzalez, of course, of Giselle.
That Giselle, as I mentioned, is 1 fit cricketer, 17 years. Antonia comes in.
Yeah, Clinton, talking about fitness, you're really, really, of course, emphasizing. And for me, yes, I think you are the fittest guy. So far, yes. How do you compare, of course, your fitness with Giselle?
Antonia bowling here to Sarah Uwera. I'll be the commentator today, Mr. Martin. There's actually something I wanted to ask you there when Dian was given that second free hit, sweeping it powerfully to the leg side, and it got me thinking, even with men's cricket, even international cricket, you rarely see someone get a free hit and try to play on the offside. Is it maybe a rule that you have to hit hard on the leg?
Yeah, I think, Clinton, when it comes to a free hit, it's normally, the bottom hand comes into play. And as the biomechanic says that normally, the bottom hand, we feel that can take you further. So definitely people look at the cow corner, as you say it.
But don't you think you can also get a 6 or even a boundary playing on the off?
Yes, definitely, but it comes now to the body biomechanics. We normally look at the cow corner, feeling that there is where we are very, very strong. The other game at Gahanga, the runs are piling. Yes, the Tanzanians are 80 for no loss.
My goodness.
In 9 overs.
My goodness.
10 and over, Clinton. 10 and over.
Martin.
The current run, 8 and over.
Martin.
8 and over.
Being a Kenyan, Kenya seems to be getting it from Team Tanzania. I hope you don't mind.
Clinton, today we are at Kuchichiro, and we are watching this German play Rwanda.
Martin there opting not to give any support to his countrymates. I'm sure they're listening. He will answer some questions. As Sharanya comes into ball last over and is walked away by Captain Dian to pick up a single. Martin, back to that point of the free hit. I think it's something serious to address. Maybe for those cricketers that are watching and listening, if you are practicing power hitting, as we see Sharanya coming in, ball in the air there, and the catch is taken. Sarah is gone. Sharanya in her last over picks up the wicket of Sarah, and Paris who Martin had mentioned making her debut here. Takes that catch as we see. Wonderfully hit there in the air by Sarah. And maybe Martin, to answer my question, hitting on the offside is not the best way to go, as I've just seen from that wicket.
Yeah, Clinton, as you said, I mean, the power hitting is very, very important, and it's something that we need to address. Because if you look at the T20, those are the areas that we get that, yes, extra run. Yes, extra runs, because it is a free hit. And if you cannot, capitalize on free hit, you give yourself a harder time, yes, of going to the finish line. And that's why, for me, T20 is very, very, yes, interesting that, the bowlers, it's really, really tough on the bowlers, right? There's free hits, there's the power play, and now, of course, the last over, if you are, behind, of course, you bowl with it's less people, protecting. So it's a very, very tough game for bowlers, Clinton. Of course, you're a bowler, Clinton, and yes, how would you fare in a T20 match? Yes, looking at all the sanctions that are against bowlers. Yes, two bouncers in an over.
And the new rule, Martin, this new rule that with the over it, you have now to bring in an extra fielder at the back end of the innings where guys are trying to go over you. Has been something as well. As we see Sharanya there bowling to Dian, that is something of a challenge, I would say, to bowlers moving forward. That being said, the new batter in, Martin, is Ishimwe Henriette, the superstar, you would say, straight from Dubai, where she was playing the fair break and did very well, you would say.
Yeah, definitely. Suraya comes in, bowls, back foot drive, and well stopped on the covers there. The Germans are really, they're not fumbling the ball. They're really, really fielding well here. 7-3 for 2 in 7. 72 for 3 in 10. Single down leg there. Very well run. Here is where now the Rwanda team should capitalize. In the next 2 overs, they should not lose a wicket and try to maximize the middle overs. And this is where now in T20 is to bring your best bowlers to try and get a wicket, or to to take down the run rate. Ishimwe, definitely, Clinton, is one also, of course, of our best players. Henriette. We have a couple of players coming in now. For Rwanda cricket. He's looking at the development, which has been bombshell. The coaches are doing well. The board is also doing well, and everybody, of course, is working towards developing Rwanda cricket. Clinton.
Well, I think the standing captain, Janet Runners, there heard what you're saying, Martin, because she brings in the opening bowler to bowl her last over. Maybe you feel she's looking for a strike or two by bringing in the opening bowler. Suzanne with 2 wickets already, bowling to Dian. Played on the back foot, straight to the fielder. Wonderful story there, Martin. You told a bit about Paris. I'm sure you're very happy to see her now playing for Germany. You must have known her back then, and how the journey was for her after this ball. Please tell us more on Paris and the sacrifices made so far to get to this Germany team.
Yeah, Paris was a very, very agile, young cricketer. She had a nickname of Nyamama, during her, the Kenya staying days, and I think that's, still her nickname until now. Very young, passionate cricketer, and it is nice that when she went to Germany, she continued playing cricket, and look at where, she is now, playing for Germany. Very, very, I think, interesting. Her, of course, meeting her peers in the Kenyan team, of course, in Rwanda. And this is what, I mean, Kwibuka is all about. Because uniting players and bringing players together.
Suzanne, that is the point, Martin. That was the goal always for Rwanda when they decided to have this tournament, to commemorate and try and give some value to those that fell and bring unity to those that remained, and to see all these players from different countries coming in here. Suzanne Balls, pick up a single there. It's nice to see. It grows every year. We now have 8 teams. Actually, we were scheduled to have 10 teams, but unfortunately, due to some logistics, other 2 teams could not make it. But as we say, good luck to Paris, and we hope moving forward she will do well for this team, Germany.
Yeah, very true there, Clinton. And also something that I would just want to add up, I mean, for Suzanne. I mean, Suzanne will be staying back, yes, at the end of this, I mean, Kwibuka. And yes, she'll be captaining, yes, one of our, yes, elite sides in our, yes, local, I mean, domestic tournament. So, yes, Cricket Rwanda is improving, yes, by every single step. And we also want to thank, I mean, Susan for agreeing to stay back and being part of our, yes, development, Clinton.
That tells you, Martin, the will and the hunger. And yet they are facing a fast ball, straight away gets going. She's a star, coming from Dubai with confidence on her shoulders. 12 overs down, 77 is the score for 3. Ronalds, who brings in Milena Beresford to ball over number 13. Will be bowling to Captain Vimenyimana. Martin just mentioned something a bit of the elite women's tournament that is to be held. Good to see there Suzanne, who just finished her spell, wanting to stay back in Rwanda and captain one of the sides. Milena to begin her spell. Pulled away by Diane there. Christina Goff does the cleanup job to keep it to only 1. That ball was hit very hard. Christina Goff is a wonderful cricketer, as we've seen. Left-handed batter, left-handed bowler, and a wonderful fielder, as we've just seen there. On strike now is Ishimwe Henriette, straight from Dubai to face to Milena. Watchful start there from Ishimwe. Maybe she wants to have a look or two where the ball spins. Milena to continue. And this time Henriette pushes the ball straight to long on and picks up a single. Gets Diane back on strike. At Gahanga over Martin, there seems to be a comeback from Team Kenya. What do you see on the scorecards?
Well driven there. Looking for 2. Paris does the cleanup and they take 2 runs. They got to be agile there. They got to run. They got to run. Yes, the Rwandan team has got to look for singles. They got to see. They got to double the runs on the boundary. Down in Gahanga. Come back by Kenya. Yes, 87 for 2 in 12.2 overs. It's Milena coming in to bowl. She bowls.
Chance.
It's pulled.
I'd like to see, was that a chance, Martin, or did the ball just fall short of Christina Goff?
I think it fell short. It fell short, but I think that was a loose ball. Yes, loose ball. a ball that should go to the boundary.
Henriette on strike. Last ball of the over. Full toss. Ball in the air. Chance. Oh, and it's spilled. Will they come back for two? Asmita Koli there was the culprit. This is a second dropped chance for Team Germany. And Ishimwe is a dangerous player. She needed to hold on to that one. 13 overs down. The score is 83 for 3.
I thought that ball was slightly over there, Clinton. What do you say? Was it above the waist?
Interesting there. I would like to see the replay and see. But Ishimwe Henriette will not mind a bit. She's a dangerous player. And you feel maybe Germany there should have held on. Asmita Koli, who's been doing very well so far. Koli, we know in the men's cricket, Koli is a very good fielder. But Asmita this time could not hold on. As we see a bowling change there, Martin.
Yeah. Stephanie. Stephanie from Maya comes in from the school end, replacing Suzanu's ball. 4 overs for 27 runs, 2 for 27. Clinton, if I look at Giselle's stance, it's an open stance. So what do you need to say? What can you say about her batting stance there, Clinton?
I think she's looking to play more on the on. Oh my goodness, she's gone. Missed that one. Or has she played on to the stumps? That was what I was mentioning, Martin. That stance means you'll try and hit the ball on the on, which you try to do. But you feel maybe the ball was too outside off for her. Let's see. Was this the right shot to play? She actually missed it completely. And the new bowler, Stephanie, picks up another wicket for Team Germany. 83 for 4 is Team Rwanda.
Yeah, I think sometimes, Clinton, you don't need to bowl a good ball, to get a wicket. Sometimes the mistake, that the batters make. Sometimes the mistakes that the batters make, sometimes are very interesting to see. Okay, it's one of our debutants, Clarice, coming in, who is a left-hander. Something that it's very, very interesting for the ladies cricket that now Rwanda has a dimension of different caliber in the batting department. Clarice coming in as a left-hander, and this is yesterday. Tanzania, Nigeria, did very well against Botswana. The Botswanas could not get it right, bowling to the two combination of, bowling to a right-hander and a left-hander. It was a challenge, and definitely in ladies cricket, it will be a challenge. Yes, so let's see today if Rwanda would enjoy the same.
Knocked her over. Martin, as we said earlier, these are crucial overs, middle overs. This is where you pull things back, as the Germans are doing at the moment, Martin. They've managed to pull back things. The run rate is on 6, and they've managed to get 2 good wickets there. The new batter is Merveille, also another youngster, the vice captain of the under-19. This is where now the captain Diani Menyimana, she has to step out, she has to step in and try and face more balls. She's on 27 off 35 balls. She has to up her strike rate too. They need to get to that 126 and above. Well played there, well played there. Martin, they just lost 2 wickets there in a flash. This is where these two, they have to start and build a partnership there. Well played there, Merveille, straight to covers. This is turning out to be a very good over from Stephanie.
I think here, Bob, is important for the captain to stand in. He must be manner, must be on top of our game. The next 36 balls are very key. She has to command the betting lineup. She has to command.
And that's the end of the 14th over. The score is 83 for 5. That's a very good comeback from the Germans, Martin. We said something about like batting through. One batter has to bat through. This is where Diane, the captain, has to take her team through.
Yeah, Bob, this is where now the captain innings is needed. We've seen Kohli doing it. We've seen the Nigerians doing it. We've seen, Laura for, Botswana doing it. We've seen Quinta doing it. It's time for Bimenyimana to do it today. She needs a 50 here to take her team. Running in between must be much, much harder. If they want to capitalize and give themselves a base to launch, it is important that they get to the 3-figure score as early as possible. By the 15th over, it is advisable that they get to the 3-figure score. That's a good shot. It's a back foot drive from Melve there for a boundary, and it is important. It's important that such shots are being played more. Rotate of strike here is very, very important. They say after boundary, should look for a single.
Some say it's fixing. No, there's a point there.
15 overs. The captain must come into play now. The captain must control this innings. She should not leave Melve.
Yeah, I'm seeing the batters who are in. Besides this Nasra Said, the other good batters.
Tanzania, if you get out, the person who comes in.
something will happen. The bowlers can be smelling the coffee, and smelling the coffee, it's a wicket. It has happened differently. That we've got, the Rwandans have gotten a boundary, but they also need singles. They also need single to capitalize on the boundaries. You hit a 4, you get a single, and if the other batter also gets a single, that is 6 runs and over. And if you can get 6 runs and over, 120, 130 gets to a safe score. It's Milan coming back to bowl. Yep, as I said, you get a boundary and you rotate a single. Very, very important. That is what the coaches preach. But Clinton is disagreeing, saying that if you get a boundary, you go for another boundary, Clinton. Yes, is that what it is for you?
Martin, I like attacking cricket. You can say what you want, but 6 sixes is an over. I don't think anyone would mind.
Very true, Clinton. Another free hit, another beamer. Let's see, Clinton, if this free hit can go to the fence. It's important that we get a boundary for a free hit. It's something that, as Clinton said earlier on, it's something that coaches needs to work on, because every free hit, it's either a dot ball or a powerful single. I think the Rwanda team now here has got to step on the gas if they have to reach. Let's give themselves a chance to win. The projected score is 121. Yes, as we look at the wicket, yes, the wicket is not a batting friendly wicket, but if you stay in there and rotate the strike, you give yourself a chance. And right now it is important, for Rwanda to rotate the strike as much as they can, and a bad ball must go for a boundary. Asmita Kohli returns. They say that is their best bowler, and in India it's their best. But it is their best batsman. And Kohli here also bat left-handed, something that we are yet to see if she can follow her mentor.
Very good battle here, Clinton and Martin. Their best bowler bowling to our best batter at the moment, the captain. Let's see what the captain has to do. Shot through covers there. They're running hard. Good fielding there in the deep. They only managed to get a single there. Coach, I've noticed Diane's batting, most of our runs have come from loose balls, the short ball and the full toss, and on the leg side. Kohli coming in again to Merveille. She taps it to the short fine leg. They managed to steal a single there. Good running there from Diane and Merveille. Martin, is it something that Diane has to work on to see if she can play on the off more often? Because at some point you won't find those loose balls.
think if rotate the strike more would be better, but Diane goes again from a loose shot there, having scored 28 of 36 balls. Caught at point by Christina Goff, and they said Kohli giving a very, very easy catch there at point. And as we said, Kohli wins the battle. Kohli wins the battle. 89 for 5. The current run rate is 6.7. Projected score is 121. Coming in is Vumilia. She has to Vumilia this time. Vumilia in Kiswahili means patient. Let's see how patient she will be. Kohli coming in. Still Kohli to carry on from Niboye end, and she goes for a kitchen sink, and the outcome, it is a Chinese shot. I don't know why it's called Chinese. I mean, why not? It has any other name. They say, Clinton said that sometimes it is a French cut. We are yet to see a Rwandan shot. Melve goes for a big drive of Midon for a single. It is time now that Rwanda has got to step up. They have wicket in hands. They hit a 3-figure. They get to 100, giving themselves a chance. At this point, I also want to say, pass, of course, my wishes to the German manager, of course, Monica, who is unwell, and their captain as well, who is injured. I mean, these things happen on tour. They happen on tour, and coming from Europe to Africa, I mean, sometimes it's a challenge. But I'm sure they're all strong, and yes, they shall overcome. The battle, and get back to the team. Stephanie continuing to bowl. This is where now Rwanda has got to launch to take the game away, to give themselves a chance. Current run rate is 5.8, and the projected score is 118. The highest score so far here is it's 137 runs here. So we can see 137 is a good score here. 137, 130 is a pass score. You give yourself a chance to win. And something I can say in women cricket, it has really, really improved. The bowling has improved. The batting has improved. The women are on a high here with their skills. Stephanie trying to keep it to bowl on the white line, but it goes just beyond the white line, and it becomes a white ball to be repeated again. Yeah.
Clinton, I must say, credit goes to Janet Ronalds, the captain. She has managed to rotate her bowlers very well, kept things very tight for the batters. And inside edge there to short fine leg, they get a single there. Clinton, the German team, they have managed to pull things back, not giving free runs to the Rwandan batters.
Rwanda has lost most of their high caliber batters, as we see Stephanie there ball another wide. Giselle went early. Sarah tried to hang in there, and she also went. Diane, the captain, played most of the overs, but eventually fell as well. And now at the death where you need one of your main batters to be in, they have what you would say part of the tail, Vumilia, and shot there from Vumilia, running hard. Will it get to the boundary? And they get a boundary here. The tailenders doing what they can to improve the total for Team Rwanda. Margaret Vumilia, along with Melve, making her first appearance in this edition of Kwibuka. As we see there, wonderfully pulled through the covers, sorry, through the gap there between mid-on and mid-wicket. In comes Stephanie again. Missed by Vumilia. Rwanda will desperately want to get to at least 120 as we see the end of over number 18. 6 wickets down. And the score is 102. 109, correction. Bob, you mentioned Captain Ronalds has been very good at rotating her bowlers. Her best bowler, of course, is Asmita Kohli, who bowled 2 in the power play and was kept for this part of the innings. Coming back and picking up the wicket of Diane, who was well set, and is here now to bowl her final over. Shot in the air there. The ball is racing away. Another boundary for Team Rwanda. Vumilia doing it for Team Rwanda, and the fans are loving it. Asmita Kohli, though, on the other hand, you would feel maybe the field setting wasn't the best for that particular delivery. And Janet Ron, as the standing captain today, decides immediately to push the middle fielder straight to long off. Asmita Kohli runs in again to bowl to Vumilia. She'll have to bowl that one again. Way down the leg, and it's called wide by umpire Onokoye from Nigeria. Score is 114 so far for Team Rwanda. 6 runs away from that 120. Kohli, big shot in the air again. They're running hard. Will they come back for 2? And Melve comes back nicely there to get Vumilia back on strike, and they pick up 2 runs. Taking along here is Team Rwanda. Asmita Kohli might be the best bowler, but this is her last over and the penultimate over of the match, and they don't have time to give her any respect. Kohli balls again. Another shot in the air by Vumilia, and the fielder will not get to it. They come back for 2. Good backup there to keep it to only 2 runs. But most importantly, get Vumilia back on strike to face the last delivery of the over. With the score moving on now to 118, just 2 runs shy away of 120, which Team Rwanda felt was the minimum they would have liked to have in this first innings, being put in by Janet Ronalds, who won the toss. She immediately makes a change with that fielder at long off. Call it about the last delivery. Huge swing there by Vumilia, and the keeper does well. Correction, 1 more delivery left in the over due to the wides. Collie balls. Wonderfully played there, but Vumilia, but there is protection. They run hard. Melve comes in to pick up 2. And 120 is up for Team Rwanda. Interestingly, the over is still going on. Collie balls. Ball in the air. Get powerful shot there for Vumilia. Almost goes all the way, but still manages to go for a boundary. Vumilia here standing it on for Team Rwanda. Where has she been? 19 overs down. The score moves on to 124 for Team Rwanda. Look at that power. Look at that power. That ball almost carried all the way. And the fielder's bitten by the bounce. And the ball goes away for a boundary. As we look at Captain Janet Ronalds being told by the umpires to get a move on in regards to the over it. At Gahanga, Tanzania women may have lost 4 wickets, but they are still pushing on with 142 now, with 1 more over left in the innings. The defending champions have met, you would say, a worthy opponent. Tanzania did not play last year when Kenya won the tournament, and they are here in Rwanda to try and regain their title. With 1 more over left in this match here at IPRC between Rwanda and Germany, Rwanda so far have amassed 124 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. Meve is on strike. She's been doing most of the running in this partnership between her and Vumilia. And you'd think with 6 deliveries left in the match, she will try and give a single or even 3 to bring Vumilia on strike. But what do I know? Maybe she has something in mind as well to clear the boundary. Milena balls. Oh, Vumilia there thought that was a single, but Melve wasn't interested. Wase Melve playing her first game here. With 5 more deliveries, will need to lay bat on ball. At least pick up a single or 3. Team Rwanda though don't mind the boundary. Milena balls. Pulled hard and they push through. Ball is racing away to third man. Will they come back for 2? It is Christina Goff with a very powerful arm. And they know that and decide not to go. Vumilia now on strike, who's doing well for Team Rwanda. 4 more deliveries in the game. What can she produce for Team Rwanda to defend? Milena balls. Powerful shot again by Vumilia. Melve knows Vumilia is the one and runs back for a second. Good running there by the young Melve Wase to get Vumilia on strike. What a powerful hitter is Vumilia Margaret, as we're seeing. Milena flighted delivery there. Interestingly, Vumilia doesn't try to go for a big shot, but Melve wisely tells her to run and they pick up another single. Seems Melve wants to face the last ball of this innings. Can she get a boundary? The fans are cheering her on. Milena comes in. Flighted delivery outside off. Driven through the covers by Melve. The fielder doesn't pick up the ball in one go and they push through for another single. Correction, 1 more delivery left in this game. And Vumilia, who's been doing very well, will be on strike. Milena balls. Doesn't connect well there for Vumilia, but Melve, being a very good runner, manages to push through for a single. And Team Rwanda have managed to post 130 for the loss of 6 wickets in their first innings here. And you feel Bob 130 is a score they can defend with the kind of bowling they have.
Yeah, Clinton, as you're saying, as we said earlier, something above 120, 125 is a decent score here. Uh, very good running, by the way, from the youngster Clinton. It's always nice to have a youngster in your team. You could see the way she was pushing Vomidia there. Let's wait and see for the Germans and see. We'll be back in 15 minutes.
Immaculate, yes, good afternoon. You guys have played 3 games. You've won 1, 2 have gone against you. Yes, what do you think that this game yes means to you?
Iyi game isobanuye ibintu byinshi kuri twebwe ko kwitsinda kwacu kandi tukayitsinda neza biratuma ranoti yacu izamuka.
The game against Kenya, yes, was a tight game. Today, yes, you're playing Germany. Do you think that yes, yesterday's game gave you its motivation to come and play yes this game better?
Yego. Byadaye motivation kuko ejo ukuntu twakinnye cricket nziza byatumye tuvuga ko uyu munsi turaza tugakina neza byikubyeho.
Okay, today you're sitting out. You watched Giselle play yesterday, right? She played well. Is there anything that you can say about her performance yesterday?
Yego. Ejo ukuntu yakinnye twabimubwiyeho kuko yakinnye neza nubwo uyu munsi byarangiye bitagenze neza ariko ndizera ko kwa kabiri azagaruka ari strong.
This game definitely yes you stayed out. Yes, what are you looking when you're given another chance to come back to the team to play? I know it is a rest giving yes everybody a chance, but yes when you come in, yes what are you looking at coming in with?
Kuba nicaye hari ibintu ndi kwiga icyambere ndi gufata imbaraga zo kugira ngo nzabashe gukina na Tanzania numva nkomeye. Ndi kwigira hanze rero ukuntu wenda abantu bakina aho na boringa kugira ngo next game bizacemo dutsinde byoroshye.
Yes, you guys have prepared for 2 months for this competition. Yes, what do you see coming out from your preparation?
Ikintu mbona nuko twese turashoboye nta byo kuvuga ngo bano ngo ntago tubatinya iki niki abantu bose baje hano baje guhangana
120 131 to win. Do you think that it is enough, I mean, for Team Rwanda to win?
Ego arahagije kuko tuboringa neza. Nago boring yacu ntago 131 bapfa kuyabona biragoye.
Murakoze cyane. Paris, idinadi.
Adimaber.
Your second, I mean, what does it mean? Your Paris, yes. Tell us your second name.
My second name is Atiambo, and it means in the evening. I guess I was born in the evening.
Wow, I mean, born in the evening in Kenya, is now playing is in Germany. Yes, what does that, I mean, transition, tell us about you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been living in Germany now for like 11 years now, and the cricket there is like just picking up, and we are happy to be here. It's like some super new experience for us. We have like real pitches, playing on real pitches, and the sun. It's a nice experience.
Do you say that, yes, in Europe there's no sun?
There is the sun, but just on the summer. That means during the winter we don't have the opportunity to like train like we'd want to. But here, I mean, you can like train from January to December, which is not what the situation is like in Europe.
Coming to, to Rwanda, playing a few games. Yes, what is the experience?
I mean, it's a good experience. I must say, the level of cricket here, compared to what we are used to, like in Germany, compared to our domestic leagues, is just like some. You can see the difference, and I think we are getting used to the situation, to the conditions as we move on with the matches.
Back home, definitely there are a few of you who didn't make it. If you are to tell them something that you've learned here, yes, what would you tell them? I think you can use German, I mean, so that they can understand better.
Ja, also Leute, für diejenigen, die nicht geschafft haben, hier auf dieser Tour dabei zu sein, ich kann nur sagen, es ist eine schöne Erfahrung, schöne Leute. Das Essen schmeckt, also nicht wie wir gewohnt sind, so Nudeln fehlt und so. Aber das Wetter ist schön und die Leute sind nett.
That is true. You had a coach by the name of Dan Okinyo back home in Kenya. Is somebody who has followed you every single time that you are, I mean, supposed to come. He's looked if you are, I mean, selected, if you landed. Are you? I think this is the best of, I mean, opportunity. I mean, to tell him something. He's listening, yes, and he's watching. Yes, what did you tell, I mean, Dan Okinyo? So I don't know if you'll speak in Germany or in Luya, but I think in Germany will be good.
I don't know any Luya, but I think Luo will be tough, so I guess I'll stick to English. Hey, Mr. Dan Okinyo, thank you for your support. Thank you for always like encouraging me, checking up on me also, like just not when cricket is happening, but also just to see how I'm doing, and I appreciate that. And hopefully we'll meet again in Busia or Bumala like last time.
He's looking at the score of 131. Yes, what do you feel, or I mean, is it a pass score? Is it something that we are ready to see a surprise today? I mean, this afternoon?
I mean, we are dedicated today to like give it our best, and I think if we, as long as we just play the 20 overs and just stick out there, the runs are gonna come.
Okay. Yes, good luck, Paris. We'll see, of course, what happens after the 20 overs, 120 balls. Yes, anything that you want to tell, yes, your family back home, your friends back home, just whatever you want to say, this is your time.
So, hello, family and friends who are watching or who are yet to tune in. Thank you for your support, and yeah.
Yes, your manager is unwell and one of your players got injured. Is anything you want to tell them?
I mean, it's a tough situation for us, but I think a quick recovery, and I hope we'll get to see our manager maybe today evening. She'll be feeling already better, the same as the captain. Yeah.
So thank you very much and best of luck in the tournament, Paris. Erokamano. Eswabonere kendo. Okay.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, our dear viewers. It is Kwibuka Women's T20 competition, the 8th edition here at IPRC. Rwanda taking on Germany, who are about to chase a score of 130 posted by Rwanda in the first innings. And walking in the middle will be Jeanette Ronalds, the standing captain today, along with Christina Goff, their main batter, the left-handed powerful Goff. Umpires in the middle there, Gaston Ibizi and the lady Onokoye from Nigeria, who will be at standing as leg umpire. On strike now in front of your screens is Jeanette Ronalds, the standing captain today, taking guard on middle stump. And to open the bowling for Rwanda, you saw her score some boundaries there at the back end of the innings, is Vumilia Margaret. Captain Diane decides to start with spin straight away, defending 130. Jeanette Ronalds taking her time, looking at the field. It's the power play. Only 2 fielders allowed outside the circle. She'll be looking to try and utilize this power play for Team Germany. As we are about to be underway, in comes Vumilia. Starts off nicely there. Watchfully played by Jeanette Ronalds, who hasn't had the best of luck so far in this tournament. She'll be looking to get a score here for Team Germany and probably get their first win. In comes Vumilia. Good fielding there from Team Rwanda. Captain Diane is standing in sleep there. Vumilia is a leggy. You would feel an outside edge would be a chance that she bowls. Watchfully played again there by Jeanette Ronalds. And Ishimwe Enriel standing at point, cleans up, throws into the keeper straight away. Good energy here by Team Rwanda to defend this score. They've started off very loud. Vumilia balls, walked away on the on. Clarice there, playing her first game. Correction, playing today. She didn't play yesterday, but she did play previously. In comes Vumilia. Cut away by Jeanette Ronalds. The ball is racing away to the boundary. They're pushing hard for 2. They come back for 2. And Ishimwe hands in there to the keeper. And they pick up 2 to get Germany underway. Jeanette Ronalds hasn't had the best of luck yet. Will today be her day for Team Germany? Joining me again for this chase here is Mr. Bob Ashisonga, usually called the AB of Rwanda. Familiar up to ball here, the last ball to end over number 1, and they scamper through for a single. The score is 3 for no loss after 1 over. Mr. Bob Bashir, Rwandan AB. Welcome back, Bob.
Thank you, Clinton. Reminding everyone watching all over the world that these 2 are the Christina and Jeanette. They have a record of 198 for no loss against Austria. These 2 have been playing together for quite some time now. Let's see what they have to do. Let's see what they have for us today. That's a good over there from Vumilia. The new bowler is Sifa, coming in from the Niboy's end. You can see Diana's started with spinners straight away. Janet going to face the fast ball from Sifa. Good ball there. Well played there by Janet. Straight to covers. Cuts away to point. There's a fumble there, but they don't take the single. Very good technique there from Janet. Well played there again by Janet. Sifa not giving her room to free her arms. Well played. Clinton, as the tournament goes on, we just had up there at Gahanga, Tanzania managed to score 153 runs. That's a good score there. You can see teams are starting now to get used to the conditions.
We're playing against the defending champions, Tanzania. No, as we see Sifa here, ball to Janet Ronalds, pushes through, middle of the, is that a chance there? And she misses, would have been close. Giselle was the fielder, ends over number 2. The score is 4 for no loss. Interestingly, Christina Goff hasn't faced yet. Janet Ronalds has been taking much of strike so far. At Gahanga, yes, Tanzania have scored 153. Seems that the game yesterday between Kenya and Rwanda, where Kenya almost lost to Rwanda, may have been now the reason that most teams feel that the Kenyan bowling isn't as strong as it was last year. And Tanzania have shown that, posting a very good total of 153, and they will look to defend that. But Kenya do have the batters to chase 150, so we'll see. Margaret to continue. Pulled away by Janet Ronalds, straight to the fielder who misfield. Chance of a run out there. But Christina makes it. She's been very keen to get on strike. She fancies herself against the spin. And finally, she will take strike. Strike against Vumilia Margaret. Captain Diane has decided to use spin from both ends in the power play to begin off the match. Interesting. We'll see if it works for Team Rwanda. Changing the field here. Left hand, right hand combination. They would like to get the left hander and bowl to right handers only. I don't have to deal all this field changing. We're all set now. Christina facing. Starts off well there, playing on the on. But Giselle is so quick. Margaret Vumilia. Again, the fielders are rushing onto the ball, making sure the Germany batters don't get through for a single, applying every pressure. Germany know 130 is a score they can get as long as they keep taking over and rotating. Christina there having an issue with the side screen. There is someone, but all well now. Margaret Vumilia driven through the covers there. Good effort there by the fielder Alice Ikuzwe. They do get through for the single to bring Janet Ronalds on strike. Bob, as a captain yourself in the local league, what would you say about Diane choosing to bowl with spin from both ends?
Very good, Clinton. Very good captaincy from Diane. Another dot ball there. You can see she's opened with spinners and they're really bowling very well. Some tight lines. The batters are struggling to get the gaps. Every ball they're playing is going straight to the fielder. Credit to Diane for her field setting. Tries for a slog sweep there. Manages the top edge. The chest is on. They managed to get a single there. As I was saying, Clinton, you can see the field setting here. It's right on mark there. Not giving the batters easy runs. That's the end of the third over. The scoreboard reads 8 runs for naught. They're keeping the run rate under 2, which is a good thing for Rwanda at the moment. And that's given. It's a very big wicket for Rwanda, getting rid of the captain. Very tight bowling there from Sifa. As I was saying, Clinton, you see Janet was trying to play the ball on the onside.
Let's see at the replay. Yeah, it looks like she did move across a line and was caught plumb in front there by the young Sifa Ingabire. And Rwanda pick up the first wicket. Janet Ronalds again has to go early. She hasn't really got a start so far in this tournament. She's a fine batter, but seems things are not going well for her so far here in the 8th edition of Kwibuka Women's T20 competition. And again, Christina Goff will have to carry most of the load for the team and try and see if they can win this game and get the first win for Team Germany. On strike now, taking guard, is Sharanya Sadarangani, who has been playing well so far with the bat for Team Germany and will need to try and post a decent score again if they are to get anywhere close to this 123 still needed to get in 101 balls. Sifa comes in again, tosses that ball outside off, and Sharanya decides to let that one go. Full, driven in the air. They run hard and they pick up a single. And now we get to see the left-hander Christina Goff against Sifa for the first time. She's taking guard on middle stump. She can't hit that ball. And Bob mentioned earlier, she did score 100 against Austria the last series they played before this Kwibuka Women's T20 competition, and they know that Captain Diane has opted for the 2 outfielders to be long on and deep mid wicket. So let's see where Christina will play this ball. She likes to get going immediately. Sifa runs in and is given wide. Bit harsh there by umpire Onokoye. Sifa driven nicely through the covers and the ball races away, and Christina opens up with a boundary. And immediately there, the coach signaling to Captain Diane, we need someone a deep extra cover. Look at that shot. Leans nicely into that drive and pierces the gap. You can see the fielders on the ring there. Long on and mid wicket, deep mid wicket. Could only watch that ball go. She knows where they're setting the field for her, and she decides to opt to go through the offside. Let's see, we'll see if I change anything. Balls on the leg, and Christina walks that ball away to long on. Rotates strike and brings Sharanya back on strike. Another good start here by Christina again. And they have to make some changes in the field now, being left hand, right hand combination. Sifa bowling. And the ball turns in sharply there, but well played by Sharanya. I can see now why Dian decided to begin with two spinners from both ends. The wicket is turning very sharply. But now we get to see a change at the other end. She's seen enough of spin so far and decides to go now to Josiane, who usually opens the bowling. Will be bowling now to Christina Goff, who seems to be timing the ball nicely. All set now. Josiane coming from right arm over. Bowling to Christina Goff. Steaming in. Ball's full on the pads and is driven straight to long on. Talk me through Christina's technique, Bob. Do you like how she goes about her business, being a lefty? Do you think she should try and utilize the field or just play accordingly and try and play a long innings?
Clinton, as you've seen, she's really playing very well. She's getting close to the ball. She's not playing on the back foot much. She wants to hit the ball on the ground. She's piercing her gaps very superbly. That's a good ball there from Josiane. She knows, Christina knows her strength, Clinton. She knows if she can stay there till the end, she knows she can get her team through. That's why she hasn't gone for big shots. She's still rotating the strike. Very good ball there. Run out chance. That's very close. And that goes begging.
Let's have a look at that chance there by Sifa. And that was out. That was out. Surprisingly there, umpire Gaston says Sharanya made her ground. But as we've just seen from that replay, she was well shot. Unlucky there for Team Rwanda. We do not have DRS for this particular competition. Christina now on strike. Wow. I don't know what to say, Bob. It wasn't even close.
Clinton, that was a clear run out there. But you could see the fielder there. She threw the ball. The reaction was very quick for the umpire. Good piece of fielding there. Another good shot down the ground there. As you can see, the fielder picks the ball. Sifa there throws it straight to the wickets. That was clearly. She was like 2 meters away. Clinton, this is a clear run out.
Interesting there. The umpire decides to give Sharanya another chance. She's now back on strike and plays that on the leg side again to the same fielder, Sifa Ingabire, who was unlucky not to get that run out. Wow. I hope that does not cost Team Rwanda. 5 overs down. The score is 18 for the loss of 1.
मारती जी, फैंटेसी अखाड़ा में विदेश जाने का भी चांस है। अब सुनो, हम आपको जाने देंगे। इतना सिखा दीजिए कि हम फौरन कैसे जाएंगे।
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का
असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
middle. We all know what they can do deep in the innings. Josiane continuing from the school's end. She runs in straight to the field that covers there. No run taken. Clinton, as I was saying earlier, you could see like it's not easy for the batters to get singles because of the field setting by the captain of Rwanda. Josiane running in again. Same ball, same result. No run there to covers. Clinton, what would you say as a national team captain right now? How impressive are you on how Diane is setting a field?
The field is okay for Sharanya, I would say. Ball's full there, driven again, but ball gets through Diane. Giselle backing up. They scamper through for the second. I think the field setting is alright for Sharanya. My issue is only with the left-hander, Christina, who they seem to go for a long one and third man, interestingly. I don't understand that. Is she going to be bowling short outside off? If so, then why have a long on? We'll see. Maybe Captain Diane has other thoughts. Josiane again. Full again, driven through the covers there by Sharanya, and they push through for a single. This partnership is starting to get going here for Team Germany. Christina is now on strike, and I'm interested to see how the field is set. Luckily, the power play is done and they can have more fielders outside the circle. But still, they only go for a third man. Now moving out the deep extra as Josiane runs in. Ball's full and is driven powerfully to mid off. Chance there, run out. Missed. That was close. Risky single there by Christina. I don't like that risk, Bob. She is the main batter. There's no need for her to try and play risky cricket. That could have cost her a wicket had the throw been direct.
Down the leg. And the misfield, they managed to get a single there. Clinton, as you just said, you could see the plan is there from the Rwandan captain. The bowling to Christina very full. They're forcing her to get the ball over the fielder there. That's the end of the 7th over. The score is 27-1. Not a bad start from either side. And Riete coming to bowl her second over from Niboye's end. The other thing, Clinton, I've loved about Christina is the way she's using a full face of the bat. These two, if these two can play up to the 10th to 11th over there, full ball there again, driven straight to long on and passes through the fielder there, and that's a boundary. That's poor fielding there, the boundary. Clinton.
You don't want to be looking at the captain after such an effort from the field. Just keep your head down and make sure you don't make eye contact with the captain, because that is a shocker. My goodness. My goodness. Sharanya, though, will not mind. That was timed well. And she picks up another boundary. In comes Ishimwe Henriette. Down the leg there. And is given wide by umpire Onokoye from Nigeria. Rwanda did well to restrict Germany to less than the required rate in the power play, and this will be another crucial time for them in the chase not to lose it. Driven powerfully there to straight to mid-off, and they scamper through for a single. We saw yesterday Rwanda begin again defending their score of 116 against Kenya. They started off nicely, picking up some wickets and piling on the pressure, but somehow there at the back end, they could not keep their heads and secure the win. And I hope they learned something or two from that defeat and not let Germany chase this score. 130 is not a bad score for them to defend. They have a very good bowling attack. Shimwe pulled powerfully there by Christina, and there is no protection, and the ball races away for another boundary. Team Germany now are starting to march along. Shimwe there missed a line and length and has been punished by Christina, as we have another look at that boundary. Powerful hands there from Christina, and the sound, I'm not sure you had that sound on your screens, but it was crisp from Christina Goff as we see Ishimwe again. Better line there. She opts to go for outside off there, and Christina showing us the shot she felt could have been played. She is a wonderful batter, and they will need to get a wicket as soon as possible if they are to keep Germany quiet in this chase. Henriette Boswell is driven powerfully there, bowling much straighter and much fuller. You don't want to be bowling short. Better lines there, but the keeper could not do a good job. And the ball races away for 4 byes. Alice is not happy with that effort from the keeper, Flora Irakoze. Let's have a look at that ball again. Beautifully bowled. The new bowler is Ishimwe Giselle, replacing Ishimwe Henriette. Bowling to Christina. Ball's full and is driven there to long on to pick up another single. Martin, 9 overs down, chasing 130. The score being 46 runs. Do you think Germany have the upper hand so far, or you feel Rwanda still have this game under control?
Yeah, if you look at the run rate there, Clinton, the required run rate, it's going up 7, and if and if the Rwandan team can take it to 8 or 9, so definitely they need some dot balls, and also of course to up their fielding. Their fielding is just below par. They're giving Germans a foundation here, and if they don't get wickets as well, they'll give German a chance to lounge. And in T20, if you have wickets in hand, you give yourself a chance to lounge. But if you look at how Germans are playing, yes, they're rotating the strike. They're rotating the strike. Very, very well. And the combination between the right and left is challenging the bowlers. And as I said before, its left and right combination is normally an asset in a team. So if you can have a left-hander who can stay on and just rotate strike, of course one of them will have a field day. And if you can see, Suraya is the anchor here. She's looking for a single every single ball, which is something nice to see. And Christian and Christina is looking and pouncing to a bad ball. But if you can see Christina there, she's asking, the weather is getting into her as well. You can see her here holding and leaning on her bat. Yes, those are signs that the weather is getting into them. Coming from Europe, where the weather is not, the temperatures are very friendly, and coming to Africa, whereby Clintons and the like, if you see their tan, it's quite normal.
10 overs down. The score is 48-1. And that is the advantage of having an international legend who has traveled all around. Pardon me for being restricted to Africa. I would not understand if I saw Christina leaning on her bat, panting. What's the fuss all about? It doesn't seem as the hottest day in Africa, but maybe having not been to Europe, I might think it's okay for Christina, but it's not. And luckily for us, we have Martin Suji to explain, and it does make sense now seeing Christina not as relaxed as she was. Alice to continue bowling to Christina. Balls down the leg and it's walked away. Pushing hard. Will they come back for two? And the fielder does well to keep it to only one. And brings now Sharanya Sadarangani on strike. Germany is still behind the required rate, but most importantly, they have all wickets, 9 wickets in hand, and maybe they feel that with wickets in hand, they can chase this score, take it deep, as we saw yesterday. Rwanda can succumb to pressure like Kenya showed us yesterday at Gahanga. Alice now bowling to Sharanya. Balls down the leg, and the keeper, they are sloppy and they push for an extra there to make it 2 runs plus the wide. Signal there by umpire Gasto. And now I'm joined by a very important man. What you see here as the 8th edition, there are men behind the scenes who have been working all these years, and one of those men is Mr. Srinath Valdneni, who has been a pioneer and a contributor to Kwibuka, as we see this ball being bowled by Alice to Christina. Walked away there on the on, and the ball is racing away. Will it get to the boundary? Another boundary there by Christina. Lovely batting here by the left-hander, keeping Germany into the chase. She might be struggling with the hit, but her skill is unquestionable. Deft touch there. All timing, you'd say. As I was saying, one of Rwanda's main contributor to the development of this women's cricket is Mr. Srinath, who's here with me. Good afternoon, Mr. Srinath.
Good afternoon, Clinton.
Looking at Rwanda now, as we see Alice running in. They pick up a single. You've seen Rwanda from the first edition being a team that would be beaten by the second team of Kenya, and now to a team that is competing fiercely and almost beat Kenya yesterday. Would you be happy with the improvement so far from Team Rwanda?
The Rwandan women's cricket has made great strides compared to the men. Sorry to say, Clinton, you're the captain of the men's team. The women have shown, that's, tomorrow's world is women's power. The girls have been growing and growing by stature. Unfortunately, Rwanda lost yesterday. It was our match. But you learn from the experience. This is the crunch teams. Kenya is one of the top teams. 3 to 4 times they won this tournament. The way Rwandan women are playing, I think, will be in the top nation of African cricket. On this match, I think Rwanda should stick to the basics, wicket to wicket. The fielders should be sharp. I think the game is on Rwandan side. We have set a good target. Now it's up to the bowlers and the fielders to see that Rwanda wins this match.
That is Mr. Srinath, a lover and contributor of Rwanda cricket. He did mention the men are not catching up to the women. I would like to correct that. The men are doing their best, Mr. Srinath. Just wait and see. Alice here continuing. Bowling to Sharanya Sadarangani. Last ball of over number 11. Good work there by the fielder, Sifa Ingawi, to end 11 overs. The score is 56-1.
Yeah, back to the game. Yeah, 56 for 1. It's off 11 overs. Christina on 24 from 24 balls, her run rate of 100%. Suraya playing, the anchor role, 17 of 26 balls. Yes, Giselle coming back to the 12th over. The ball is driven fully through covers, and it's well retrieved, and it's only a single run. Coming back to say something about, Srinath, somebody who has played tons and tons, of course, of matches. Definitely, compared to Bob, who played a few, but it's just nice to see that, yes, the competition was real. Mr. Srinath, I know on, various occasions, this is the time that you'll come to bowl, to hold the team back. If you are to talk about skills, yes, if you are the bowler, yes, what type of skills would you apply here now? Yes, looking at, the Germans need 74 runs or 52 balls. Is there any special skills that would apply here?
In this situation, it's simple, stick to the basics. That's what I do. If I'm in this position, as a bowler, the weakness of the batsman, and at this situation, the two women batsmen are set. They're well set now. So stick to the basics, wicket to wicket. Ensure that you bowl to your fielders, and the fielder should support the bowler in this situation, and also the keeper. These are the guys who support the bowler. And you bowl in the right length. Avoid short bowls, avoid half volleys, bowl wicket to wicket, force the batsman to go for the shots. That's when you get the wicket. Every dot ball is a T20. Every dot ball is very important. That's what I would do. You give 3 dots, you have got chance to take a wicket. So keep it simple, wicket to wicket, dots.
That is an advice from the legend himself, somebody who has done the trade for so many years. Yes, Mr. Srinath, on your career you played, yes, a lot of ODI, longer version, and now the T20. Do you feel that you missed something?
I missed the longer version because we played, it's a great, fantastic bowling by Giselle. I said wicket to wicket, keep it simple, forcing the ball, she got the wicket. Well done, Giselle.
That's a very, very good change of pace there. She held it back, and the batter, she just went through to the shot, and there, Surunaya caught and bowled of Giselle. So as I said there, Srinath, yes, with the T20 advance of 320 to T20 cricket, we do feel that T20 is much more. It is much fun than the longer version that play. If you had to play T20, is there something special that you could add on to your skill?
T20 is a beautiful game where, because the results are instant. Every over counts. In the longer version, it's the face of the game. But here you do a mistake, you're gone. So every over counts, and this tests your skills, your mental strength, your physical strength. How do you bat? How do you bowl? How do you field? So this is very important. In a T20, it's all-round skill. So the match is on every over, so every ball counts. And until the last ball, the results are still, in your hands if you stick to the proper, game plan. So T20 is a fantastic game.
Good advice there from Mr. Srinath. And as you saw, Sharanya, that previous dot from Giselle was the reason she fell the next ball. Good effort there from the keeper. It is 12 overs down. The score is 59 for 2, and the new batter in for Team Germany, number 39, is Wilhelmina Garcia. joining Christina, who's been there from the start of the innings. She's been Germany's best batter and will keep their hopes up with 72 more runs needed. Full again and driven. Not timed well there. Srinath, the advice seems to be working. They are bowling dots and picking up the chances that are on offer. Those are 2 in a row from Ishimwe Henriette. You feel something might give here. Ishimwe was full and is played straight again to the captain Dian there for another dot. Christina Goff doesn't like to be kept quiet for long. She's a wonderful batter and she likes to express herself. And you feel 3 dots on a row. Something is going to give here. And as I've just mentioned, ball in the air. And the catch is taken by Ishimwe. She had to do something. And the dots have produced a wicket here for Team Rwanda. And the key batter for Germany. Disappointed look there on Christina Goff. She had missed 3 chances there to score, and the 4th ball was a full toss. She tried to overhit the ball and just looped it in the air, and the bowler Ishimwe Henriette completes a fine catch. And Germany are 3 down now after that long partnership between Christina and Sharanya Sadarangani. And they are exchanging a few words and advice to the new batter in Stephanie Frunmaya, who will be joining Wilhelmina, both yet to face a single delivery. $59 for 3 now for Team Germany. Still 72 more runs to get. Martin, do you like what you see here in regards to Team Rwanda and what Mr. Srinath had mentioned from with the answer to your question?
I don't know if he's used, some voodoo to, to communicate with the players out there. I think his, spirits are quite strong here, Clinton. It just shows that, yes, when you do the right thing, yes, everybody sees. If the way Srinath says that here you bowl wicket to wicket, and you saw those the dots that were produced were from balls that were bowled on the stumps. Mr. Srinath, 2016, yes, there were 3 teams participating in Kwibuka. 2022, yes, 8 teams. As a member of the board, is there something special that yes, Rwanda Cricket has done, to make this possible? As I believe it is a join of hands. From where, of course, you're sitting, is there something special that has happened? From the board part of it. As we say that, there's a wicket. Stephanie bowled with yes, Henriette bowling stump to stump, gives a good produce of wicket to the Rwanda, yes, ladies cricket team. It's back to Srinath here.
It's a nice wicket, sticking to the basics. It's a good bowl, hitting the stump straight to the middle stump. Regarding this, where we started and where we are here, we started with 3 teams, now we are at 8 teams. This is a collective effort of the board and our volunteers, our coaches, our development officers, our team of Rwanda team, the administrative team, the coaches, all these, the way we are seeing here, it is just a collective. It's not one person or one individual. It's a collective effort from the entire cricketing fraternity, where we put in the foundation to see that the women's cricket grows higher and higher. And next year, hopefully, we may have even more teams, and with the additional ground coming up, with 3 grounds. Wow, fantastic! It's a slow Yorker from Giselle. It's a fantastic bowling. It's a great wicket, and Rwanda is on top. As I said again and again, wicket to wicket, you're going to get the wicket.
Thank you. Srinath, I think you're speaking more strongly, of course, on the bowling side. And you've really said it quite well that, the bowling side, if they can bowl, yes, wicket to wicket, it will happen. So what about the batting? People talk about this cow corner. Were you do you, yes, are you also, I mean, a cow corner believe? Of course, and why cow? Yes, and not sheep corner.
That's a corner where you can't set a fielder. Because you have, I don't think in England, in cricketing field placements, I never heard someone called cow corner fielder. It's a corner where you don't have anyone. So that's why batsmen prefer to hit in that corner. When it comes to T20, T20 is set in such a way to make the game entertaining, shorter format. So if you're going to play T20 and say that I'm going to play a ODI innings, it kills the whole, the essence of introducing T20 cricket to the world. Even you find now T10s. So the reason behind these T10s and T20s is simple. Make it entertaining, make it shorter. So that's very important. In a T20 as a batter, is very basics. Why do they give you a power play? That means use your power with the brains. It's not that you hit every ball, you slog every ball. Choose your ball as per the game plan. Anything above 6 runs or 7 to 8 runs per over is a good score. But when it comes to power play, I believe in using the power play. So that's how the rules are set. They're giving you 6 overs. They set the fielders only 2 is outside. Ensure that use that power play.
Yeah, very, very true. Very, very true there, Mr. Srinath, which is very, very true. So looking at, the development of cricket, ladies cricket, of course, in Rwanda, the way they've been playing, the way they've been executing their plans, the way you've said here, 3/4 line, change of pace, and you can see the excitement from the girls. Does it mean that the ladies team have grown? And yes, if they have grown, yes, what are you looking at bringing the next generation up? Yes, what is the plan? What is the best way that we can maintain this performance moving forward? Because yes, Kwibuka is here to stay. And have you said that we are getting the third ground up and running, which means there'll be more teams. Yes, does it mean that the development part also is part of the growth of Rwanda cricket?
What we are seeing today, how the women play today it's not just it started yesterday. This journey started a decade plus. With under 15, under 17. It doesn't just come up in a day. So our strategy is very simple: strengthen your grassroots, catch them young, see the bright players who can be our future. So we train them. So simple. It's very simple. When you want to develop a team, it's just not overnight. You plan. As Rwanda Cricket Board, we have a Vision 2035. So we plan for tomorrow, today, and we set the goals. The structures in place. With the many teams coming up, we look at giving specialized training and coaching, like specialized batting coaches, specialized fielding coaches, specialized bowling coaches. That's when enhance the skills. And also, wow, great bowling. Kohli is cleaned up by Ishimwe. We can see the difference. Ishimwe went to Dubai and cleaned up the Australian cricketer. Now she's cleaning up the Germans. That's what I'm telling Martin. When you get the exposure, you go out and play different countries and different caliber players. The fear, the moment you get out the fear, you can see in the result. Great bowling by Giselle Ishimwe. It's a slow Yorker.
Interesting there, Mr. Srinath. Those who have always wanted to see a left-handed Kohli, I think you've just seen why Kohli bats right-handed. She's been cleaned up by Ishimwe Henriette, who just returned from Dubai. And on a serious note, that trip that Henriette made to Dubai, of course, all the facilitation, all the backup, Mr. Srinath has been talking about the development, trying to empower our foundation, the youngsters. She is still also under 19, and you've seen that she's a much improved cricketer from the exposure she's gotten, and really the benefit is all to Rwanda cricket and cricket in general. So we really do appreciate that. And I'm sure Martin as well, who's part of that program to develop the youngsters and coach. As we see Ishimwe now bowling here to the new batter. Loud appeal there. I don't think he'll be getting an LB coming from around the wicket, bowling straight to the pads. Mr. Martin, are you happy? You've seen Henriette over time. She's turned into such a wonderful bowler. You have worked with her as well, I'm sure. Do you like what you see?
Yeah, definitely, Clinton. Yes, Henriette has grown from strength to strength. And I think this is support is given from the board level to the coaching level and even to the development. As yes, Renat says, yes, everybody has joined hand. Everybody has this one vision to develop our players. I mean, she comes in, tries another Yorker, and it becomes a dot ball. It is important that, of course, we look after our players, yes, which is very, very important. As we see here, 72 runs are needed from 43 balls. The run rate has really climbed now to 10 runs and over. And if you see the German squad, it is a mix. It is a mixture of culture. They are Indian origin, Kenyan origin. I mean, the Germans. Kohli is also from Bangalore, where I mean Srinath is also coming from. Is there something special, yes, in Bangalore that there are, I mean, very good cricketers coming from Bangalore? Yes, Mr. Srinath. And also, I think the favorite food, I mean, for Srinath is, I mean, tandoori chicken. I mean, does that make you happy to be here and enjoy the cricket, Mr. Srinath?
See, Bangalore has been a center of, India, BCCI NCA is in Bangalore. That's where all the top Indian team trains and plays there. The result of that is you are seeing in front of your screen, Giselle. She went to Bangalore NCA. She trained there with the legends Rahul Dravid, and you see the result. She's the top scorer. She's a genuine all-rounder. She can bat. She can bowl. She a brilliant fielder. So that's where you get the best out of your talent. You want your talent, best out of your talent from your players. Send them to the places where NCA is, and there are a lot of high performance centers. So that's what our strategy as the Rwanda Cricket Board is to set up HPCs within Rwanda, within these regions. So where instead of coming all the way to Kigali, they can get trained and get the facilities, take where they are, rather than bringing them here. So the moment the players get trained in these high performance centers, obviously it will benefit the team. And what you are seeing today is the result of that. We have been training locally, but we would prefer and we would send our players out so that they come back strong and make Rwanda a great cricketing nation.
Very well said. Only that he skipped to talk something about his favorite cuisine, but we all know where it all lies. Very, very true there. I mean, development, it is important to expose, cricketers. And this is a very, very good thing that, Srinath has said that, yes, Giselle, exposure. It started long time ago by her as going to Bangalore, her with Didier, who is also as one of the men's very, very important player, who is a keeper batsman and doing a very, very good job for the men's national team. Giselle comes in. There's a lot of variation here now. They've realized that the pace is not working. They're holding back the ball. They're bowling stump to stump. It's making it difficult for the Germans to get the ball away.
Giselle continuing to the keeper, Katika, who is alongside Paris Wadenpoel. Overs now 16 down. The score is 68 for the loss of 6. As we've just heard from Mr. Srinath.
कितने पैसे चाहिए?
पैसा नहीं इज्जत, मोहल्ले के चिरकुट लौंडे हरा रहे मैं फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स में। आप एक्सपर्ट हो, सिखाओ।
सिखाऊंगा तो जाने दोगे?
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
Returning to ball again is Margaret Vumilia, who opened the bowling, and Captain Dian has looked up to her to try and finish this innings off. I have a quick question for Mr. Srinath, who mentioned earlier that there is plan to have more teams moving forward for Kwibuka. So many viewers watching from different countries. Mr. Srinath, is there a country that you are in talks with, maybe one or two that you can mention, possibly for next year?
As you may, last edition, Namibia was here. They didn't come this time. If you add even Namibia, it is 9th. There is Ghana, there is Sierra Leone, Gambia. There are many countries who want to be part of this flagship tournament. This is an ICC recognized tournament, so whatever the team perform here, it's going to add to your standings, world standings. So that's why a lot of interest from different countries. With the new facilities coming up, definitely we'll have a bigger tournament, more teams, tougher matches, and good competition. You'll be allowed to see the level of cricket being played in Kwibuka. It's improved a lot day by day, and we hope to see more teams coming in. Rwanda is ready, as you say. Rwanda is always ready.
Thank you, Mr. Srinath. And I'm sure those watching from some of the countries that is just mentioned would love to be part of this wonderful tournament. There's a lot that you don't see on screen that is going well in Rwanda cricket. Not just the facilities in regards to fields, the hospitality is very excellent as well. It's a lovely country. Vumilia to continue. Bowling to Katika, who sends back Paris. Another game going on there at the Gahanga Oval. Tanzania taking on defending champions. Vumilia balls. Pulled away there. They're running hard. Will they come back for two? They decide not to. Tanzania never lost the title, but Kenya is the defending champions, and that is a game we'll keep an eye out for. Very entertaining. Tanzania scored 156 in the first, 153 correction in the first innings, and Kenya so far will be looking to try and chase that down. We'll keep you updated on that game as well as we come to the end of over number 17 with the score 69 for the loss of 6 for Team Germany. Another bowling change by Captain Dian. Sifa Ingabire returning as well to finish her spell. Bowling to Paris, who Martin mentioned earlier, has a wonderful story as well. All the way from Kenya, traveled to Germany, spent some years, and now is playing for Team Germany. Sifa balls. Paris steps down, hits that ball straight to long on, and picks up a single.
Yeah, very true, and it's nice to see Paris doing her trade now for the German, which is very, very good to see. I mean, transition from one country to the other. Bowling now is Sifa, who has one similar action before. I mean, she bowls. She has a Murali type of arm rotation. It shows that mentors, if you do the right thing, there are so many people out there imitating you. So I mean, cricketers in the worldwide, it's important to do the right thing, show the right skills. You help people wherever you are in the world. I mean, coming to our domestic cricket here, Mr. Sirina, there's an elite tournament coming after this, where some of the international players will be, I mean, staying back to join our, I mean, domestic, structure. Is it something that we're looking grow? Is it? I mean, we are looking at. An African is IPL here in Kigali. I mean, so what does it mean to us here, Mr. Srinath?
The concept of elite women's tournament is being done for the first time. You know, as a board, what you have, the plan is to ensure that we, play the tough quality games. In the league, we have many teams. We have divisions, 2 divisions, but we won't bring in this culture of playing tough. That means you need to choose a strong players, and we are doing this elite league to ensure that all the top 40 players in Rwanda in women's cricket, they compete with each other. So the idea is to bring the best out of them, play the best against the best, so we see the result. And obviously, as Martin, as you said, this is just a foundation for looking at bringing in teams from outside, not at the likes of IPL. At least it will be RPL, Rwanda Premier League. So we looking forward to see this, how this elite league comes out. Then we may, obviously, like Kwibuka, we can invite teams from within the region. Maybe we start within East Africa and then we go global. Certainly this is the foundation we are putting in for the elite sport, particularly in the women's cricket. We're also bringing in the men's also. Hopefully we'll have a very good elite tournament.
Thank you very much for that clarification. Not IPL, but yes, RPL, yes, Rwanda Premier League, which is something very, very key to the Rwandan, development. And it's nice that it's happening, of course, in Rwanda. If you're out there, Rwanda is a place to go, place to be, place to play, and place to enjoy the cricket. You're all welcome. As Josiane Aka mosquito bowls a bye, Flora cleans up, throws back to the stump, almost a chance of a run out. You can just see how keen, yes, these players are. So Clinton, as it's been said there, it's something for you to think of, that even in the men's, the elite concept is going to come. Yes, what's your feeling if it happens in the same way, Clinton? As you are a player, you're the captain, you're a leader. Yes, what does that feel to hear that there'll be an elite men, yes, domestic competition?
Yeah, for me, first of all, I'm truly grateful to Mr. Srinath and the rest of the board for the initiative to try and have an elite league for men and women as well. We always want to have more games. Ball there, and Josiane has cleaned up. Katika, another wicket down for Team Germany. And yes, it's nice to have an elite league, Srinath, and we look forward to playing against better players, possibly have some of the internationals here come and compete with us, and that is the only way for us to grow, not just for Rwanda, I'd feel for East Africa as well. As we have a replay of that wicket. Pitch perfect Yorker from Josiane, and she walks away. She knows she's done her job. Another wicket down. As we see the new batter in for Team Germany is Suzanne, who bowled very well early on. And maybe one thing to add on, for those who are watching in different countries, invest in your players. Make sure you give them every facility possible. Take them to these good high-performance centers and you'll get the results. That is what you're seeing on screen from Team Rwanda. Some of those players here, the likes of Ishimwe, Giselle, Henriette, look much better players than they were before those particular tours to go and train. 18 overs down, the score is 74 for the loss of 7 as Margaret returns. Correction, this is the last over of the innings. To be bowled by Margaret Vumilia. Bowling to Paris. Ball in the air. Will the fielder get there? The ball is racing away. Clarice is the fielder who does well, and they come back for 2. This game is well and truly in Rwanda's favor. You feel it's just a matter of time, and Rwanda registered their 2nd win. Quick hands there from the keeper, Irakoze Flora. Team Germany are yet to get a win in this year's edition. It's their first time participating. They were coming off a successful tour, beating Austria 5-0. But I'm sure they've realized there is better competition out there. And as Vermilia comes in, edged down to 3rd man. And Josiane does the clean-up job. Germany have seen that women's cricket can be played at a better standards and have a lot to learn, as we see the new batter taking guard of middle stump. Suzanne will be trying to get a boundary or 2. Changes being made to the field. Left hand, right hand combination again in the middle. Vermilia bowling to Suzanne. Cut away there, but straight to the short cover. Another dot. And that is the end of this match. Rwanda win. But Team Germany still come back. They still have more games to go. They'll still be looking for their first win. Captain Diane is very happy. Good all-round performance from Team Rwanda. It wasn't a close game, but an entertaining game nevertheless. There's another game that will be happening here at the IPRC between Uganda and Nigeria. Nigeria still top of the table, 3 out of 3 so far. And they'll be looking to get their 4th win. Rwanda, on the other hand, having gone down yesterday to Kenya in very dramatic and heartbreaking style, have returned to pick up another win to make it 2 in 4 games. And they're appreciating the wonderful crowd here. We'll see you at the post-match presentation. Stay tuned.